Hey guys, in this video we're going to be discussing the Lizzie method. So there are a couple steps to follow, but let's go straight into the examples. So 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. So as I go through this, method or simplifying or factoring this expression over here, I'm going to be walking through the steps. So the first step is to factor out if there is a GCF, factor it out. So factor out GCF if possible. Okay. And then our second step, so first step, we see 2, 5, and 3. The greatest common factor of these numbers is 1, so we don't have to do anything. Our second step is to multiply the coefficient of the first term with the last term. So we're doing A, C. So first term, last term, we're going to multiply them together. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 2 times 3 equals 6. And then we have our third step, find the numbers that work. So sum equals the middle number. So we need to find two numbers that sum up to the middle number. Sum up to the middle number. And the same, two numbers that equal AC when multiplied. Perfect. So we can set this up like this. So two numbers that give us 6, and then two numbers that give us our B value, which is 5. So, and that is 2, 3, and 2, 3. It won't always be the same as A and C, but it's a coincidence that it is for this question. Our fourth step would now be put the numbers that work into your binomials. So we put them into our binomials. Put the numbers that work into binomials. So we have x plus 2 and then times x plus 3. So this is our fourth step. Fifth step is to divide each number by the A value. Divide each number by the A value. So the A value in this case is 2. So we're going to divide this by 2 and this by 2. So now we have our sixth step, which is reduce if possible. So 6, reduce if possible. So this basically means that here we have 2 and 2. So 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So this becomes 1. So we can write this as x plus 1. And then 3 over 2, that can be simplified further. So that remains 3 over 2. Seventh step is bottoms up. So when we have a fraction like this, we can't leave it as a fraction. So we're bringing this 2 that is in the bottom up here to the x. So we would have x plus 1 times 2x plus 3. So we brought that 2 in the bottom up with the x. And then if you had a GCF, so our eighth step would be, if you had a GCF, bring it down. GCF it down. We'll look into the eighth step later. We don't have a GCF for this question, so let's take a look at a question where we have a GCF. So we can take a look at this question over here. So 9m, or let's just do x, so x squared plus 33x plus 30. Okay, so our first step is to factor out GCF if possible. So here we have factors of 1, 3, and yeah, that's it. So in our greatest is 3, so we are going to rewrite this as 3x squared plus 11x plus 10. And next, what we're going to do is simply our second step, which is two numbers that sum up, or a and c. So we're going to do 3, 10. So this is our a value and c value. Don't do 9 and 30. We have to make sure we're doing 3 and 10. So that is 30. And then two numbers, which is our third step, that sum up to, or multiply out to give 30. And the same two numbers that sum up to give you 11. So when you think about it, we have 5 and 6. So 5 times 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11. So next, we're going to put the numbers into binomial, step number 4. So x plus 5, and then times x plus 6. Once you do this, we can move on to our fifth step, which is divide each number by the a value. So our a value here is 3. Remember, it's not 9, it's 3. So divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. Our sixth step is to reduce if possible. So this can be reduced further, whereas this can be. So x plus 5 over 3 times x plus 2. Bottoms up, because we have a fraction over here, so we're going to have to use the bottoms up. So this would be 3, so the 3 comes up, 3x plus 5 times x plus 2. And now we can come to our eighth step. We had a GCF of 3 here, so we're going to bring it down. So we're going to have the number 3 right over here. And this is our final answer.